wanted to adopt children. At the time, we always talked about having children naturally and adopting. So we just decided to do them sort of at the same time, just to see what happens. So we got a call from our agency, and it was a new lady, and her name was Yolanda.
Yolanda came at perfect time.
It was all
She was
sort of
amazing.
perfect time, yeah. When they asked us what type of baby we wanted, we said we don't care about race, we don't care about anything, sex, nothing. We just said we'll just take a baby. And so they called. They're like, "Oh, there's an African American little boy who's in the hospital," and so we're like, "Okay." And so I was so excited. I called Tess. I said, "There's a baby. We have a baby." And so we got in the car. We rushed over to the hospital, and the lady said, "Okay, your baby's at the very end." And he was so cute.
Gorgeous.
Oh, he was so cute. We were like,
he's not black.
but he's not black.
But that's fine.
And we were like, fine. There was a little white baby who was there. We were like, oh, this is boy, this is fine.
I
Okay,
said, we'll take him.
We had Kevin for 3 months, and then we got a call. And Yolanda called us again. She's like, we have a newborn. He's 5 days old. Would you like him? And we were like, yes. He was found in a park, and it was the coldest day San Antonio had had in years. Everything was iced over, shut down, and he arrived to us in a diaper, in one of those
like a wife beater,
tank top, and a blanket, and that's it. He was 6 days old and
skinny
and filthy.
Yeah.
I didn't even know a baby could be that filthy as a newborn. And so he arrived, and it was Quentin.
So then maybe a month or so,
It was 1 month later. Then we get another call. And Yolanda calls again. We have a little girl for you. She's 7 months old, and she needs placement today. And would you like her? And so I was like, yay, a little girl. And so excited. She was much more advanced.
Already she can use her spoon even. I said, wow, she feeds herself.
Yes, she did so much stuff. And we were like, wow, okay.
And I looked, and she was sitting herself up, and I said, wow. Quentin just had a lot of medical problems, but I tell you, he started growing. His personality started coming out at about, I have a video of him when he took his first steps at 9 months.
9 months old. He took his
he
first
was
steps.
Quick. Good job, son. You're doing it. Whoa.
We were having fun, and everybody's like, was it hectic? It didn't feel hectic. It felt like it was fun. We were like, oh, we have, our 3 babies. After the first week, we were getting the hang of it.
Right.
And then during the second week, we got a phone call. Yolanda called, and she was like, I made a mistake. I didn't realize there was a rule that said you couldn't have more than 2 children in your home under 18 months old that aren't siblings. You need to give one up today. So pick one that we can come pick up by the end of the day. Oh, so we were so mad at her. We were so mad at everybody. We were mad at everything. We were so angry and then hurt. And how do you make that decision?
I said, we can afford 3 children. I said, we have the time for 3 children.
Yeah, we can do it. In foster to adopt, you have to look at the cases. Which case we're looking to adopt. And so which case is going to be most likely to adopt? That's how we tried to make our decision. And so at the time, Kevin's case was progressing to reunification with the grandmother within the next couple months.
And then another thing we looked at too was, if all things are equal, who would have the most difficult time getting adopted?
And Yolanda, she was like, well, in San Antonio, I'll tell you honestly, African American children are the hardest to adopt. And
there's not a lot of people who
want to adopt
for
them.
whatever reason. It could be, it's not necessarily a racial thing. Maybe some people want babies who look like them, or for
whatever reason. But she did tell us they're very, very hard to get adopted here. And so we took that into consideration as well. Fast forward a little bit with Kevin. So we were so devastated. We knew he was going back with his grandmother, but he didn't go back. She failed her home study. But they found, after digging a little bit, the mother had given birth a year prior, and a family adopted that newborn. And he had a sister that nobody knew about up until this time. And they called them and said, hey, another baby was born. Will you take him? And they said yes. So they adopted Kevin and the sister into a family.
So that made us feel better.
Oh, that made us feel better.
At least he's with his sister.
Yeah.
He's adopted. And then, we got Quentin. He's such a great fit for our family. Him and Jade they're the perfect daughter and perfect son. For us,
for
for sure.
But I will tell you one thing: once you get to the point of adoption, it's it's like none of that even happened.
Right.
I mean, it's like,
said,
you're like, oh,
it's so
really?
worth it.
It is so worth it. You don't even remember all the craziness that happened. You are just so excited
That day is so amazing.
Yes,
Her
it is
mother
amazing.
flew down,
Yes.
and my mother was there.
Both grandmothers were there,
Oh,
and it was
so
great.
amazing. I was just really, really one of the happiest days, that and my wedding.
I think in their lifetime that they know, they'll never not know their parents married. So I think that's great for them. They will always know that we're married, you know, and they'll never have to know, well, they couldn't get married.
Definitely gives them a lot of stability. And I like one of the things that Nikki was really great about, she went through a name change. She said, I want us all to be Millers, okay?
And so, yes, I changed my name at the adoption ceremony. When we adopted the kids, I had a name change in the same court setting. And so it worked out that everything has the same name, you know, moving forward from that day. And so we call that our hatch day. That's when our family hatched. Now, when it came to adopting, I adopted Jada, she adopted Quentin, but in the same courtroom, in the same setting, we did a second parent adoption where I adopted Quentin and she adopted Jada. And so we have adopted both the children jointly. The only difference is we both can't be on their birth certificates as parents. And so they're still trying to figure out that law. You know, it's a hard feeling, but it's stressful because when you go to do something such as get a passport, I can't get Quentin a passport.
I have to be there.
She has to be there. You know, things that, you know, I should be able to do for him, I'm not able to do because I'm not on his birth certificate. I'm going to be applying to law school, and so I can do something in the family court system. And it took me a long time to figure out what really my passion was in life, what I love to do. I like that Tess loves being a plastic surgeon, and the kids see that. And like what Jada said for her kindergarten graduation, I want to be a doctor just like my mom. And I tell Jada all the time, I'm like, you have to not only love what you do, but I mean, it's you want to love it. You want to be good at it. She loves to dance. Quentin, he likes to dance too. He's in dance too. He's in ballet as well.
He loves dancing.
Oh, he loves dancing. And he's really good at gymnastics, and he likes it. There's no gender role as far as anybody can do anything.
Absolutely.
And for the first 3 years of Quentin's life, he wore princess dresses every single day. He loved dress up.
And heels, and I was
And
jealous because he
heels.
could wear them better than me.
Yeah,
if he wanted that, we just let him, because otherwise we could have, you know, really caused some problems with him, you know. But he just, on his own, decided what he wanted and what he didn't. And I'm really happy with already this young boy, you know, of 4.5. He is the most compassionate. I mean, he is so sensitive. You'll say, ouch, like, are you okay, Mommy?
He is in tune to everybody.
He is in tune. And then Jada, she's just so sweet, and she's so smart, and she's just so loving, you know. She'll just, Mommy, yes, I love you. I mean,
That's her favorite
just,
thing. I love you.
You know.
And I'm not sure if she's thinking it. She wants to say something else. So she's thinking, but she just says, I love you.
I love you, and I'm never leaving you behind.
I'm never leaving you.
So,
I think with any family, there's different ways that families come together and they're made. But with foster to adopt, there's such a negative stigma that goes to it. And at the end of the day, the kids feel as if they're not wanted. So we tell her that she was a gift and she was loved so much that so she doesn't feel like, oh, nobody wanted me and gave me away. Nobody was given away. This was a gift, you know? And so we don't say, no, you weren't given up for adoption. You were gifted to your moms. Our tummy was broken, but you were raised in love from all of us.
and we actually really care for both their
Yeah,
biological
we do.
mothers.
We do. We still keep them in contact with the kids as far as let them know what's going on. I send them updates. I created a email for the kids, and I gave it to their biological parents, and I send them updates. It's more conservative where we're living now. We had an instance where our kids played baseball. We are not familiar with baseball, by the way, but they played on this team, and they let everybody make a shirt, and on the back of our shirts we had Mom, Mama, and Mommy. And so yes, they have two moms, but we wanted them to know we were very active in their lives, you know. And so we did the Team Mom thing, And so we brought snacks and all that, but we wanted, you know, them to know we're very active in this small community so they get a positive view of what may be a negative view they hear from the media or what they want to hear from people who don't like our lifestyle. We want their experience to be positive all the time, you know, of our family. We know that we're investing our time and energy and love into these beings to be good people in the world. That's what, you know, that's what we're both passionate about as far as raising our children. We want to invest all of our energy into them so they can go out and be good people, you know, and do what they love. And I think that's important to us.
I agree.